Hello there.
Hello everybody, how are we doing tonight? It is so wonderful to see you all. Thank you all for being here for the start of the stream. It's awesome to have so many people. First of all, congratulations to Core for their 7th first. Congratulations. Unfortunately, Susan Tofu, you just missed out of it. And Marksman and Tachyon, unfortunately, you also just missed out. I'm really sorry to hear that. I see that, but you just missed.
I bow my head before Core. The Core viewer, the fastest hands on this side of Twitch.
They really do have the fastest hands, don't they, Sujin Tofu? That was a great TTS. Morning to Robert Wood as well. Hey to Libraverse. Hey Swan. Happy Pride, everybody. Happy Pride Month. Hey Jacob Bronski. Good to see you. Time for coffee, Murder Fleets. Well, I'm glad you're going to have a coffee because I'm going to have some stress. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough stream. So let's jump into Terra Invicta and let me move chat because it's in the wrong place as always. Because I'm so good at this. Up to here. All right. So murder fleets. Oh, whoa. What just happened?
Lex Real just subscribed and says go to Moti Regan Shake Frosp 1 Alert Frosp 1 MA Regan Dance Frosp 1 Mold Frosp 1 MA Frosp 1 Boom Frosp 1 Predictable Blue in 2 Orica Mona Pikachu Regan Shake Regan Scritch Regan Pop Regan Ne Regan Bar IP Regan HI.
Oh, that was great. Cool. Lex Real, thank you for the resub. Thank you so much for that. Was that 20-month resub? Wow, that's insane. I can't believe we've been streaming for 20 months. Thank you so much for the resub. That was something. Okay, so why am I scared? Let's send the music for the moment and jump into Terra Invicta. So there's a lot going on in the old solar system. Last time, our good friend Bosto Combusto infiltrated deepest, darkest United States of America. You know, the scariest place on the planet, into that terrifying place known as Nashville. Need to find my true word limit. Yes, into that terrifying place called Nashville to destroy the enemies. What is that red thing on top of that tank? I don't know what that red thing is. Anyway, to destroy the enemy's base. Hey, Salty Frosty. And in doing so, has tipped the enemy over into really annoyed at us from where they were tolerating us before. And in retaliation, they've launched a couple of fleets. So first of all, if we have a quick look here, the first set of fleets are coming to Mercury. We have 2 fleets en route to Mercury. We have Victor 370, which is going to arrive in 45 days. It consists of 2 battle cruisers. One of the battle cruisers is Mag Cannon, Laser Cannon, Mag Battery, Laser Defense Turret. And the other one is Laser Cannon, Laser Battery, Laser Turret, which will make it a little bit tricky to defeat with missiles. But I think we can take this fleet. But they've also dispatched Victor 417, which will arrive in 56.5 days. And it is 4 cruisers and 4 frigates. And we just do not have the firepower in Mercury orbit to deal with that in time. If we just have a quick look at our Mercury fleet before we have a look at the situation on Earth, because there's stuff to look at there. So they are the Furies, I believe, is our Mercury fleet. So if we just jump over to them. The Furies is currently made up as a way to retro-engineer alien tech. Not really. We're about to do that actually a little bit when we get exotic materials researched. That's a little bit like us getting hold of alien alloys in Xenonauts. Cool, so on. Awesome. Thanks. Welcome to the stream live, and then you've caught up. So we have this fleet to defend, which is 3 missile frigates, 3 missile monitors, and 2 paper shredder escorts. And as I said, we've only got 40 odd days. How long do we have? We have 45.8 days. If you have a look at our shipyard for Mercury, we have 1 paper shredder which will be completed in 35 days and another monitor that will be completed in 15. If we were to build another paper shredder, it would be done in 55 days, which is not in enough time. Not enough time for us to get another ship out. Now, I think I am going to build one, just in case we survive, so we've got another ship on the way. But that's the situation at Mercury. Basically, we've got to defend with what we've got. We will get a little bit of reinforcements, but that's not all we're going to have. This base here has 2-layer defense arrays. The rest of our stations in Mercury orbit are in not as good a condition. So they're all actually built, but they have 2-layer defense arrays, and that's it right now. They have op centers currently and hunters under construction. We're probably going to lose these stations. I'm not going to sortie out to defend them because I think we need to hold. I do a mega next to see the word limit. Please, oh god. Thanks, Diamond. Now, That's just the situation in Mercury. Because the aliens have also launched a punishment fleets at Earth. And these fleets are like nothing that got sent at Mercury. That's a good point, Mark. So we'll get to that in a second. So, we have Victor 396, which is just rallying with one of their fleets. This is just a penetrator. We have Victor 400, which will arrive in 228 days. And it is 17 ships, including 3 Titans. So there are 3 Titans, a battleship, 3 cruisers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 frigates in this fleet. So this fleet is coming to Earth. Then, 200 days after it, on Victor 301 is coming, and it's a cruiser, destroyer, 2 frigates, and escort. And then after that, Victor 409 is coming, and that is 3 Titans, a battle cruiser, 3 cruisers, 2 frigates, and 2 escorts. So we've got some serious firepower en route to Earth. Now, we've got 228 days before the fleet gets to Earth. So I think we should lay down some ships in Earth orbit. We currently have 1 Xerxes 2A. What nose cannons do the Titans have? We don't actually know yet because they're too far away for us to get. If we have another quick look here. Oops, I didn't mean to actually do that. If I open this up again. If we actually have a look at the fleet, we can't actually see what they've got loaded onto them yet. We don't know what they have because they're too far out. So we don't actually know what nose weapons they have equipped. So if we look at our shipyards, we've got 228 days before these guys arrive. So we can start laying down some ships right now if we want to. We've got the Xerxes, the Xerxes Block 2As. They take 91 days to build. The Paper Shredders take 55. Or, if we're willing to risk it a little bit, we could hold out for Shape Charged Nuclear Missiles, which will complete on the 25th of January. Basically, I could rush this research. So we could go full in investing on it, bring it in the 16th of November, which is next month. And then I could actually take out of here and out of here to complete it the 30th of October. I could even do this and rush this for the 12th of October, which is 1 month to complete shape-charged nuclear missiles. Then when that's completed, we could build a new version of the ships with shape-charged nuclear missiles. The one thing I'm not sure about is if we can refit our existing ships to have these, or if I have to lay down a new ship that has these. So that's my current dilemma, is do we basically... more missiles would be better than charged nukes. See, a lot of people think the shape charged nukes would be the way to do it because they'll shoot them down, but they'll still go for them. If we can refit, then I'm not too worried. It's whether or not we can't refit because I'd rather keep technology ticking forward if we can refit. So if we can refit, we'll just hold to the 25th of January, and what we'll do is we'll lay down some ships. Let's go on the idea that we can refit. So we're going to lay down... What is the fleet looking like at the moment, actually? So that is the Xenonauts. The Xenonauts is 3 missile ships. We've got 1 with Hestias, 2 with Lanceheads, and we've got 3 of the new Paper Shredders that have the autocannons and the light coil guns. So I think we're going to lay down 3 more missile ships to start with. So we want Earth, and I want to lay down the 2s, which are the Lanceheads. Oh, no, I think if... are the shape charges torpedoes or missiles? That's the question. Project details. Unlocks torpedoes. So we need to build ships that load torpedoes. ADPD, yeah, we're going to try and overwhelm them, Salty. That's always the plan. So some of it will not get through, obviously. But the idea is that some of it will we fire them off. So I want to build 3 torpedo ships to try and refit. That's the Argius Class 2. So, again, if we go back to Earth, we're going to lay down 1... 2. We've got 1 other Lancehead on the way, and then when they're completed, we'll look at building some Paper Shredders. Hey, Hilton Brandt, how's it going? Okay, so that's just launched those ships. I think I have already renamed those ships. Is that correct? They should all have unique names. Dr. Doctor's Free Advice Show, Spillator, Stars Yet to Be Seen, Human Resources Representative, Ephemeral Memory. Yeah, is Kadura being renamed? Or was that one of the ones that popped up? And then there was something for Furies as well. Synchronizat, Shattered Sun, Shandian, Neodymium. Yeah, they've been renamed. No, I've been prepping for that. Victor 336 will finish surveillance. Okay, we also have Victor 336, which has finished its surveillance, but that's fine. And then we completed a Skunk Works in Mercury orbit, but I don't think that's going to last very long. Alright, so that's the situation in space. The situation on Earth is a little bit more standard. I would love those realistic travel times so much. Yes, that's the best thing about the game, honestly, is how things work out. Although the aliens do have some very fast travel times as well. So the aliens are continuing to mess around in Kazakhstan and Central Asia with their terror attacks, which is making it not great. Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, not the best places to live right now. We are obviously still holding on to India. We've got good control of it. We do have a little bit of unrest. We are still waiting for the government to tick over here. So we're at 63 of 200 to fix the problem for taking over Pakistan. But that will come. China is looking great at the moment. We're slowly moving off to totalitarian government, and everything is kind of ticking up here. We'll be able to fold in Nepal into Akan Bharat on the 26th of December, and we'll be able to fold in Bhutan on the 26th of December as well. Hey, David, it's okay. We literally just started. I've just been going over everything. And then we also have control of South and North Korea. And eventually I would like to bring these two together. In fact, can I ally them with each other? Yes, I've already allied North and South Korea together, which is good. So they are now allies. In fact, we need to fix South Korea's allies because it's only allied with North and South Korea, and we want to fix that. Okay. Cool. So, what people are saying, I'm guessing the fleets already have a station they want to destroy locked on, but maybe in the future you could take other faction stations Marines. That would be good. Definitely something to think about doing. At the moment, my Marines are scattered all over the station, the solar system, doing other jobs. Okay. I don't think a lot of these fleets actually don't have destinations right now. Their destinies are just low Mercury orbit. We do have, they're just going to low Mercury orbit. They're not actually set for a station, which is interesting. Let's have a look at our agents. So at the moment, let's check for level ups before we do anything else. Bruce Wayne needs to go to ground for sure. Let me just open up the menu. So Bruce Wayne doesn't have a level up. He needs to go to ground. Robusto Combustor doesn't have a level up. You don't have a level up. Okay, we've got a level up on Steve Jobless. He's max admin as far as he can get. He's max espionage. His base espionage is 12. So he's got a lot of stuff here that's boosting his espionage. So we could either start increasing his espionage so that he doesn't need agencies to help him with that, and we can focus more on science stuff, or we look at other stats for him. But honestly, espionage is his job. So he's currently sitting at exactly 25 espionage. I'm going to start leveling his espionage up so that we can start getting into some of the espionage orgs. Anything else? Okay, no one else has a level up. So I want to go to ground with a few people here because there's nothing critical that needs to happen at the moment. So you definitely need to go to ground, my friend. Especially if we've just annoyed the aliens. I think this is the time when they may actually start trying to do something about us. So let's go to ground on Bruce Wayne.
Going silent.
Robusto Combusto is not known to any of the factions I'm too worried about, so she can continue acting.
I'm here.
Bobo Fetter Cairn isn't known to the aliens, but I'm going to go to ground on him.
Going into hiding.
Technolelic cannot go to ground, so he's just going to keep doing what he's doing.
Your orders.
Steve Jobless is known to the servants, so let's go to ground on him.
Going
and
off the
Wintermute
grid.
is known for a few people as well. I'm going to go to ground on him. So we're just picking a turn, basically, for everyone to go to ground, apart from Robusto Combusto, who is going to investigate the alien activity that's happening in India. And I just want to make sure we don't have anyone that's undefended. So all of our control points, apart from North Korea, are defended at the moment. I'm not worried about losing North Korea. If I lose it, that's fine. Let's confirm assignments for the turn. We've laid down our ships, so we're building the ships that we can. We don't have to worry about Mars, at least. Let's unpause the game, speed it up, and I'm going to have a drink of water while we wait for the first event to tick. Why don't we go to ground in Fiji? I guess I could make them go to ground in Fiji, that's true. But New Delhi is the place of choice. That's where we have the safe house. We can only afford one safe house, it's in New Delhi.
Offering assistance.
Initiating deep cover.
How's everybody doing tonight? Ooh, exotic materials is triggered. This is a big one. We have 7 in our stores. After exhaustive analysis and stress tests, we have little idea of what this material truly is. We do, however, know what it is not. Despite previously believing these so-called exotics were some manner of hitherto unknown alloy, we've determined they can also exist in a non-solid state, such as within the coolant of an alien warship's heat sinks. It would appear that, rather than being a construction material itself, it will instead improve and augment the durability or electrical conductivity of any substance it is applied to. While establishing the exact composition of exotics continues to elude us, most certainly they are none of our solar system, we have been able to separate significant qualities of them from the alien materials they are bonded to. This has enabled us to attempt implementation of the material into our own technologies, and happily, it readily adopts to most any process it is subjected to, as its atomic structure can move between ionic to cationic with ease. It is simply astonishingly versatile. The dog may bark in a second. I need to wrap her up in her blanket. Give me 1 second. Oh, no, she's left. Okay, bye, puppy. She's changed her mind. I guess you can spoil it now, Swan, yes. My mother and her ducklings got into my garden. Oh no, the dog chased the mum away. Oh, good. She came back. That's good. I'm glad she came back for her ducklings. Trying it a few more years, Marksman. That's all I want to say. I understand. So now we can research exotic armor and exotic heat sinks. I'm not sure if we're going to need to stockpile exotics for our win condition. I know that Project Exodus needs to do that, so we're just going to have to hold a little bit there.
We are making progress understanding alien engineering, Chancellor. But
Okay.
some of the underlying science still eludes us.
So that was one of our goal researches we needed to do. The alien exotics are clearly the product of a far greater understanding of physics and chemistry than ours. I had, perhaps foolishly, hoped that their study might give us some clues to the theories that the aliens must have used to design them. But this has been in vain. It was an optimistic hope. Our own history shows that true understanding of new branches of science is the work of decades or centuries. Still, we've reached a crude understanding of the alien exotics, enough to begin employing them in our own construction. With no means of producing them, however, we remain dependent on the aliens for our supply. Perhaps, should we survive this war, we can find a new field of study devoted to understanding what our alien visitors can afford to throw away so casually. So we've now, new objective, research wormholes. Though Rudy Beermary is our captured Hydra, has attempted to avoid divulging any sensitive information, certain chance remarks have revealed that Hydras must be in contact with their leaders on a real-time or near real-time basis. The presence of Hydra exotics also implies some kind of resupply mechanism. Putting this together with the data we've gathered from Skywatch suggests the existence of some kind of gate within the alien base, which the Hydra are using as a reinforcement supply route. Complete the wormholes project when it becomes available. Cool. New project available. Our research and development teams are able now to take the Exotic Hybrid Systems project. National investment points to build army, build navy, military, and we can get the exotic spike rating. That's actually not a bad project. Okay, let me just check our research at the moment, because I want to just confirm. Hang on. Do we have another alien? Okay, so we don't have an alien research going on right now. So this one is always devoted to aliens. So let's get their purpose research, which gets an updated intelligence estimate when it completes, which will be shortly after this cools down, which I think is quite a nice time to get that done. Actually, is this a repeatable one? We probe our captive future? No. So I always want to have one of my research slots devoted to alien research so we can get moving down that road. Go to Explore in Car Mechanics Simulator. Mouse clicker used on the game when I was doing other stuff. Wow. For the screws. Oh, that's right. You said you had to screw like a million, like 10,000 or something screws in that game, didn't you? That's insane. Alright, let's keep the timer moving forward. Exotics are nice to make sure we got. Okay, Betty bought butter. Now has a hab module. That's important because it means that one of our fleets can now refuel. It's these guys. They should be able to refuel here, although they appear to be landed and not refueling. So what's going on here? Why can I not resupply them? Do I not have enough materials to resupply them? No, I don't think I've got enough. Betty Bot Body just built a shipyard, right? So they should be able to dock. Where's the base? Here it is. Ah, okay. You're correct. The rest of the base is still under construction after the Marines wrecked it. Okay, so we're going to have to just wait for the power to come online there. You didn't read about this very long previous message. Did I not? I didn't see a previous message. Unless it was on a different stream where I did read it. I just didn't read it out loud. Because I remember you talking about the screws. Yeah, I don't see another message from you. Maybe it got withheld, Tachyon? I've only seen the God Explorer message from you. But that's fine. I do remember you did bring the unscrew part before. And I remember reading it. Okay, let's continue time moving forward. We only have 20 odd days before the first fleets hit Mercury, so it's going to happen pretty fast. Crackdown on Slovakia, interesting. And increase unrest in Tanzania. At least the servants are kind of leaving us alone at the moment. 8 abductions in Novoborisk. At least it's not happening in our territory. Okay, Victor 336 is going to complete surveillance. I can't touch it. We should have let it go. You did not read the Explorer message thoroughly. Yeah. I did read it, Taco. I was remembering your message from last time and relating it to the message you gave us this time about needing to click on a lot of screws. That's why I was referencing that other message.
We've found something.
Cool. We found that done. We could also close this because we're not going to do anything about them. You can touch it, particles. Yes. Okay, that's a new turnover. So at least nothing crazy happened there. Let me just make sure that we have a timer set for December for investment. Because we don't want to run into the problem where I forget to do direct investment. Let's do it for the 27th. Direct investment. Just to make sure that I don't forget to do that. Alright, situation on Earth. What is unrest looking like? We've got a bit of unrest in India. Unrest is fine in China. And the only other place I'm worried about unrest is South Korea, which doesn't have any unrest at the moment, which is good. So let's get Bruce Wayne back onto investigating aliens, or trying to find them. There is no one particularly difficult. There's this person in November where the thing just happened. This is almost definitely an alien, so we'll investigate them.
Initiating surveillance.
Robusta Combustion has no aliens to fight right now, so I'll get her to stabilize India to bring down the unrest.
Restoring order.
Bob O'Feder Cairn traditionally is advising here.
Offering assistance.
Steve Jobless can investigate the inactivity in Russia. And then Wintermute can probably just go back to investigating people as well. Yeah, so 17,500 unscrews and 100 hours of gaming gave us that's just like one of those achievements that I don't understand why they bother putting in the game, because the only way you can complete it is to like script it or basically go outside the box. It's not like you're going to normally complete that in the normal gameplay. All right, let's pause. Okay, we got our first ship. So another ship launched at Mercury, so we need a name for it. Roll ship. All the names are updated, by the way. So we got Dissolved Komodo Dragon is the name of this ship, so we need to go and name it. Is that the dog barking? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, go 1 second. Let me sort the dog out. She thinks she wants to go outside, but she just went outside, so I'm going to put her to bed. Give me 2 seconds. That's it. Okay, in your blanket. You're just looking to do some mischief, aren't you? You've been very mischievous today. There's your blanket, there's your burrito. Okay, she's burrito. That should keep her going for a little while. He's talking about Car Mechanic Simulator, I think it is. Is the game, and there's an achievement for unscrewing 500,000 screws, which is insane. It's so many screws. All right, some people said it requires 40 hours by hand to get 500. I don't understand how you can do that. Yeah, that's a hell of a grind. Hey, Damon, how's it going? Okay, so we need to name the ship that was in Furies, which will be this ship here, I think. Linnaeus, is that right? Yes, Linnaeus. So I need to rename this ship here. And it is going to be called, for some reason, Dissolved Komodo Dragon. Save name. Okay. We're just about to be attacked by aliens, so we're waiting for them to attack, David. Research wormholes is now available. Okay, we need to set that as a favorite so we can get it done.
Help them.
And we'll just get you to repeat and continue. We'll make that a permanent assignment so you don't bother me about it every time you do it.
Help them.
Xenoform activities in Monterey. Okay. Regime change in Angola. So they've flipped that to the servants. How are the servants doing for control points at the moment? Yep, that's it. What are we? Our Terra Invictus? It's exactly a fried tofu. Hey, Froze. Hi, everyone. How late am I? And what did I lose? You didn't lose anything, Gab, and you're not that late. You want to be streaming for 25 minutes. You have some high fleet PTSD. Don't we all? I wanted to check the servants' control points. Yeah, okay. They're not that far over, actually. I think Tachyon really likes to get all the achievements in the game, which is pretty cool. They've done quite a few while we've been streaming. So Nora News was an initiative as a tech module, but we're looking for an alien.
Person of interest.
And we found Xenoform Alpha 11. Okay, cool.
Things are stabilizing.
Okay, that's a solar array at Betty Butter. So let me just check that the fleets can be refueled. Still not enough power there to refuel the fleet. That's fine. I'm a node. And that's our other ship that's a ship at low Earth orbit, so I need another name for it. This is going to be For Which We Protect Our People. So join the Xenonauts, and then you were called what was the name? Plank. So Plank, you need to be renamed to For Which We Protect our people. Sorry. We're not at total war with the aliens at the moment. We're at very angry with us, but this goes to full red when we're at total war. So every one of these will be at red if we estimate total war. They're just really annoyed with us. They are going to attack us, but my hope is they're going to kill enough stuff to calm them down. Failed to coup d'etat in Kuwait. They're still trying to fight over the countries I destroyed. Exotic armor is now available to research. We definitely want to do that at some point. Crackdown in Slovakia, I don't really care. And Turkey, under control initiative, declared war on Congo. Okay. Investigating. Okay, that's fine. We should be seeing those aliens arriving very soon at Mercury. We have lost the trade union control point in Korea to the servants. Many of our people know. Okay, so they've used one of their abilities to smash that out because that was defended. When's the Mercury fleets arrive? Okay, this is the first Mercury fleet here. As I spoil, I guess I missed everything. You haven't missed too much, Jacob. Don't worry. Guess I can spoil. Don't. Yeah, you did miss it all. Exotic heat sinks are available. Okay, let's set that as a favorite. We unlocked a new resource. Yeah, we've got exotics now, which is a big one. The code is we've consolidated control of North Korea as well, which is nice, and we lost the control point to the servants, which is not nice. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get that control point back from the servants, which is really annoying that they took it from us. So South Korea, yeah, the alien just went and mind controlled somebody to take control of it, which is really frustrating. You get icons names. Yes, you can do that. I've done that before. I also used to change their colors and stuff before. Saw the stats for getting achievement, a bit insane than that. I tried to do all Steam achievements for the game if I decided to do it without outright using cheat engine or people saves. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're just raiding skirmishing phase. Yes, we're basically trying to keep our heads down while we build up, whereas the other factions are actually at war with the aliens. But the aliens did just go and steal one of our control points in South Korea. So let's look at getting that back before we do anything else. We're going to need to purge this, and I probably need to crack it down as well. So purging is espionage, and cracking down is investigation. So I'm going to crack down the point.
Turning up the heat.
And then I'm going to get Tanka Lelek, who is... No, I want to get Steve Jobless to purge the control point. It's saying 99 now, but that will get harder if they do defend it. So let's see if we can grab that back. Robusto Combusto has aliens to fight in Mexico.
Going in hot.
Boba Fett and Tanka Lelek are advising. And then Wintermute. Can you just keep an eye on the alien for me? Thank you. 30% chance. Well, we'll knock that up to a 69. I'll have fun. I'm going to walk my dog. Okay, so let's have a good walk. Thanks for tuning in. It's been good to have you. All right, I think that's everything for this turn. Let's confirm assignments. And those aliens are going to hit really soon. If we just zoom out again. I think we want to lay down another ship in Earth orbit. Level on winter. Thanks, Ghost of Gecko. I'll do that in a second. Ship construction. I think I want to lay down another ship in Earth orbit. Let's get another paper shredder. And we've also got to level up on Winter. So Winter, I think we're just getting admin 25 on him. His current admin level is 11. So let's bring that up to 12. So he's sitting at 27 admin now. But I don't think I can kick off him here because these are all +3. So he needs one more admin and we get rid of Sigma Financial, which means we can pick up another one of the nicer ones. Apollo Research Associates, +50% space science is nice. Is there anything else here? Serpent's Global gives a small economy boost. Canis Resources is 4% space mining output. Want to try and get as many of the space mining we can. Do we have planetary defense batteries? We can build them, Damon. I have not invested in them yet. My hope is so what we're doing at the moment on Earth, just to explain, the countries that we control, which are India, Pakistan unified into one country, and China, are currently spending as many resources as I can afford building mission control, which is just facilities to manage our space assets. So we have 176 mission control right now, and there's a certain amount you can build on Earth before it tops out. I'm trying to get it all built as quickly as possible. We've been building it since the start of the game. India is almost complete. You can see a lot of these provinces here are maxed out on mission control. The only ones that aren't finished yet are the ones we've inherited from Pakistan, really, and New Delhi, which can hold quite a lot. China, meanwhile, has a long way to go. But China has more points to spend to do that, so it probably will get there a bit faster. Once we've done that, I can then invest in the space defenses priority, which will let me build. I don't know if they've built any in Europe yet. Let me have a look. The European Union have not built any space defenses yet. Italy doesn't have any space defenses. No, no one has built any space defenses yet in Europe. They might not even have the technology for it yet. You're the Himalayan Empire. Yes, I went for what one of the victory conditions for my faction is we have to have a certain percentage of the world's population supporting us. So I've gone for 2 of the population densest countries in the world to start with: India, Pakistan, and China. So we have quite a lot of the world's population already, but we're going to need more of it before the game is over. So we just need more population dense countries, basically. Okay, there's an alien fleet launching from Mars now. Let's set an arrival alarm.
Offering counsel.
Hang on, too many things happening. So this is a cruiser, and just 1 million frigates. They're going to arrive in 50 days. I don't have time to build any more ships in Mars orbit. We only have 1 station around Mars. ECM Module Mark II is available. This still doesn't work against aliens, but it works against humans. We should upgrade all of our ship designs to use the Mark II. We need to build a new armor now. I don't know about getting exotic armor or exotic heat sinks yet because I don't know if we need to keep these. Molecular benefication gets us 15% more nobles, which is nice, but it's very expensive. Yes, PVKK is a game I also have my eyes on, Damon. I'm really interested in getting to play it. What else have we got? We've got Repair Bay, which is very cheap. We've got Ships of the Line, which gets us Lancers and Dreadnoughts. I would like to get my hands on Lancers, but we don't have the technology for them yet, like to back them up. Green Arc Laser Cannon is nice. It's not a prerequisite for the better lasers, though. I can't wait to play PVKK. Army Dispersion Tactics is Army take 25% less damage from auto bombardment. Ferrocite scanners, would be a good one for us at the moment because they're attacking us on Earth with a lot of ferrocite stuff at the moment. That's why we just lost that place. So I might just grab ferrocite. What was the name of the poll widget used for us? I want to check the docs. I made it, Tavian. It's a Frost special. Honestly, I will admit, I'll put my hand up. I did use a little bit of help from, I think, ChatGPT when I originally put it together, but I've tweaked it a bit since then. It just loads it. There's no documentation at all. You just type in. You can't change the names of the options in the current version. The command is !vote start space, then a number, and that number is how many options there are, then a space. And then a number, and that number is how many minutes to run it for. It would be pretty cool, Damon. Finished my first playthrough of Space Prison, 4767. Nearly another 1 full playthrough and 2 more half playthroughs. Oh, geez, that's a lot of time investment for those other ones. Nuclear-powered explosive missiles are cool, Salty Frosty, but we are actually already working on a different nuclear missile. We're working on shaped charge nuclear missiles. So that's like a double barrel. I think I'm going to grab ferrocite scanners. Let's get that done. So I'm already working on shaped charge nuclear missiles here. Then the other thing I want to do is I want to refit our ships. So we go into ship classes. We want to get the Argus 2. We want to upgrade that to have an ECM. Oh, actually, we don't use ECMs. We use targeting computers. Okay, I haven't actually got ECMs on our ships at the moment. Well, then we won't need to refit them at this time. So sorry, Paul, but as some of you do in the next few minutes to see how it goes. But if I can't enable the options, I don't think that it will work. So that means I need to upgrade it to have names for the poll. You can just run a poll on Twitch, but the problem with that is the people on YouTube can't use it. That's why I like my little bot. Ship charge nukes are the ones that deal damage even when they get intercepted. Yes, that is correct. Smell porting fecal copter. I always struggle with your name. First week 20 hours, next week faster. That's still a lot of time, Tachyon. I appreciate your investment. Okay, an alien fleet has just arrived in Mars orbit already. I want to just select them and see what they're doing. So they're doing a low-level bombardment of Tereshkova base. So this thing to remember is the aliens are not just at war with us, they are at war with other people. Tereshkova base they're attacking Project Exodus right now. So I think which is great for us. Like, they're here, so we do have a station in Mercury orbit, in Mars orbit right here. And it does have a defense fleet. It's got, I think the defense fleet's called Pluto or Bust, which is a hilarious name for the defense fleet. Yes. So this is a actually this fleet could be refit. That's probably something we should do. We should refit. We've got a Mark 1 here with Vulcan torpedoes. We should definitely refit this. So these are all lance heads, and I can refit them to Hestias. Okay, so I can refit all of them to Hestias. We should probably just do that. Get them all in the same type of ammo. We'll use this as an experiment. Okay, we'll get those 3 refitting. Let's head back to Earth. We've got a farm. Purple Murder Burglar. Oh yeah, Betty Bot Buddy. Is that another solar array or just one solar array? It's just one solar array, okay. All nukes explode close enough into ship charge in a cone, yes. So they try and throw the explosion forward towards the enemy, if you want to think about it in very layman terms. Don't quote me on that. Alright. Okay, they are now bombarding us at Olympus Mons. So hang on a second. Caves of Cud. Yeah, Caves of Cud's a big one. Congratulations on completing Caves of Cud, by the way. That is a great game. Okay, so they are now bombarding Boring Corp. Boring Corp is one of our factories, one of our sites. Where is Boring Corp? Oh, so why does Tavian's... Oh, yeah, Tavian's Town is correctly labeled. Boring Core. Where is Boring Core? I can't see it. Boring Core Central Hub is currently under attack. They do have 1 layer defense array. And it is quite hard for the aliens to bombard versus a layer defense array. We may need to upgrade our bases to have 2 layer defense arrays. We'll have to just keep an eye on how the fleet does. Where is it? Victor 406. So they're currently trying to bombard us. I'm not sure how much damage they're going to do. The question is here is if I were to intercept them with Pluto or Bust, would that count as an aggressive action considering they are bombarding a base on the surface? Or would it be a defensive action? Because if I attack them and it's counted as offensive, that's a big problem. Yes, I don't have any... I like to move fast in games like Caves of Cud, which usually gets me killed really quickly, but it's usually entertaining. Does anyone know if moving in to intercept this fleet will count as an aggressive action considering they are bombarding one of our bases right now? I can't do it anyway. The ships are refitting. So we're just going to have to let this play out and see what happens. Settlement mining complex destroyed. Okay. Better 2, yeah. Up to 4 LDAs, yeah. What are they attacking with? That's a good question. Let's close this for a second. They are attacking with laser. They've got... It'll be... torpedoes, I'm guessing? Violet laser... Can they bombard with plasma? Because I don't actually know what weapon they're using to bombard with here. I don't think violet lasers can do orbital bombardment, can they? It has to be the plasma. But the plasma hasn't used up any ammo. I'm not sure what they're hitting us with. Only lasers. They can use the lasers, okay. I think they can use the violet lasers, alright. So Boring Core has lost its... Okay, Boring Core's in big trouble. Boring Core's going to be destroyed. Because it's lost its power plant. So we're going to have to upgrade all of our other bases now to have at least 2 LDAs. So that's going to take a little bit of time to sort out. 90 days to build this. It's not too expensive, but we also need to check our power situation. Because now we're not... Oh, we're actually going to... So power consumption... Yeah, we're going to have enough power here, which is fine. But I'm going to have to go through and just upgrade everywhere, unfortunately, which will take me a couple of seconds. Because 1 LDA is not enough. 157, 170. Add 2 power sources. Yeah. Lasers, no ammo. What do you mean? Yeah, they've lost the power sources at that base. We're good for power here, right? We've got power produced 170, power consumed 157. Yeah. And then so these are all using the same template, which makes this quite easy to do. But I'm gonna have to go through all of them. Not our space stations though, just our bases on planets. So you need another layer defense array. You're fine. Violators go through atmosphere. Okay, interesting to know. This place here, 627, is currently sitting at massively underpowered. Let's add a second LDA here. This is one of these random places we picked up across the solar system, but it doesn't really matter. So total potential power 250 used. Do you have a construction module at Mars? I do have a construction module in Mars orbit, yes. The first thing I did was build that. Betty Botty Bot Butter is the place we're rebuilding. It only has 1 LDA at the moment, I'm pretty sure. So let's add a second LDA here. And then the potential power will be... we'll need more power here as well. You're giving a 50, you're giving 128. You're giving... So it's either efficient reactor array for 85, or I think 85 will be more than enough. 177, yeah. Efficient reactor array is all I need. That gets me to yeah, enough power. You need another LDA. I think that puts us under power here. Yeah, so we need an efficient reactor array here. No, efficient... Which is the cheaper one? It's the fission reactor array, yeah. Because you don't lose a single gen, it doesn't matter how many LDAs you have. Okay, because if you lose a single... That's a good point. So, oh, I've got multiple gens at all these other bases. How's the war going? We've already lost a mine, and I'm going to have to fix... I'm going to fix update all of my bases to have 2-layer defense arrays now. How are we doing here? That's fine for power. Layer defense array. Hey, Licensed Commander, how are you doing? We've got enough power here. 255181, we've got enough power here. I just need to make sure I've got enough power before I move on. Sorry, everybody, this will take a couple of minutes just to sort out. 17201, no, we don't have enough power here, so we need to add a fission reactor array. Layer defense array. Oh god, we got so much power here, it's insane. It's because I built a heavy fission reactor array here. You've got two... So Pi Raspberry Cadastre actually has 2 LDAs. Spawn Beacon is still under construction. Nanunye, I think, has 2 LDAs as well. Skunkworks, Solar Array, Settlement, Farm, Nano Factory. Yeah, this place is 2-layer defense array. As indeed as Jeremy Clarkson once said. 2, yeah, Citadel Locust fine, Spark Destiny is fine, Epsilon Marine Base, 6 Separate Snell, Sliding Slowly Seaward has 2. So all my stations here have 2 LDAs. Bell Station has 2 LDAs. All my space stations have 2 LDAs, apart from the International Space Station, which does not have 2 LDAs. Or Ixion Station. Okay, all my tier 2s only have 1 LDA. So if the aliens attack these, they're all going to go down. Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry has 2. Tavian Stand has 1. So all these need to be upgraded. 75 fission income. Yes, is that a problem? Bid loading? You disable it when it's not needed. It should turn on when other power is destroyed. Cool. Purple Murder Burglars, 2 LDAs. Waffle House is actually underpowered and only has 1 LDA. So we'll add another LDA here. And then to fix the power problem, we need another... This is on the moon, right? Yeah, Lunar Crater. We could just add in a... Where are they? A solar array, I think, for 40 power. It's so much cheaper. That brings us to 200, 210. So just add another solar array here. And that will power the entire base. Yep. These guys only have 1 LDA. So we'll add another one of these. Might as well use nuclear missions for everything at that point. Yes, that's... Bin Laden? That is exactly what we are doing. We are researching shaped charge nuclear missiles at the moment, and then we're going to be using those as our primary missiles going forward. Okay, we've got 140, 170, so I need to add another solar array here. That takes us to 180, 1710. Perfect. We only have 1 LDA here, and this place is... Oh, we're back to Boring Corp. Okay, so this is the first place that got destroyed. Let me just grab a template from here. I want to save this hab template so we can actually come back to here and rebuild this when it gets destroyed. Because it's going to go boom in just a second. Alright, that little side mission is done. Let's unpause and let the aliens destroy the rest of the base. Boring Corp's Nano Factory has been destroyed. Layer defense array destroyed. And there goes the settlement core. Okay, so alien forces have burned Boring Corp Central Hub on Mars to Regolith, and we've lost contact with our people there. So now we need to rebuild at that site, which was... Olympus Mons. I think that was the good site. Yes, so we want to rebuild at Mons. Now I need to check which is better. So if I was to build a settlement, it will take 270 days. Or, okay, I thought I had a construction module here. Or is it because the settlement needs to be launched from Earth no matter what? I thought I had a construction module on the station here. On Mind Your Manners. Maybe I deleted it? I don't have one. Okay. And the tier 1 is going to take a long time to build as well. 240 days. Minus 1 alien hit. Oh yeah, good spot, Sujin Tofu. Alright, we're just going to have to launch this. The construction module can only build tier 1 stuff. Yeah, it looks like even with... it looks like I don't have a construction module anyway, because it's still going to take 246 days. I think that was on the one that got killed. Alright, let's... I'm just going to dispatch a tier 2. So let me just set this to a tier 2. It's going to cost me 25 boost. We'll launch a new one, and I'll make sure that all of my planets have two construction modules. So we'll found the settlement. We need a name for it, so we'll do roll base. Not a colony, just odd terrain. I love that. So we'll just call this not a colony, just odd terrain. Set it to have a mine icon. And then we'll apply the template that I just picked up, which was this one here. So, confirming we're in floating modular bit, settlement, mining complex, fishing reactor, lair defense array, farm fish reactor, yes. Apply selected template. And then I'm going to add in a construction module. What's the icon for that going to look like? Shipyard. We'll just add a nano factory. And then I'll add a nano factory. What's the power situation like after that? Slightly off. Okay, so we need some power. We'll just add a fission reactor array for that. And then we'll add another nano factory to this base. So I've got 2 nano factories. So I want a nanofac here, and that means I've got 2 nanofactories on Mars, and I need just a little bit more power. I could almost get away with a solar powered panel here. 170 would bring me up to 183. No, it's gonna have to be a fission reactor array. Okay, a little bit of one for each one adds 10% construction speed boost. Yeah, well, once we start moving into Jupiter and stuff, I will make sure to add that into the thing. Okay, that might have taken the alien hate off us. So let's see what that fleet does next. What was that? What was the fleet? Victor 406. So they've actually just split up now, but they've got no operation assigned at the moment. Oh, okay. They've just destroyed a Project Exodus station. Oh no, the space forces of Project Exodus defeated the aliens in a battle of Atcha Station. In a completely different place, but Project Exodus just beat the aliens in a space battle. We got a paper shredder in Mercury, so I need a name for that. Roll ship. Earth's Blood Cry. Wow, what a name for a paper shredder. So that joined the Furies fleet. I think it was Ocelot, wasn't it? The new ship was called Ocelot, right? Yeah. Great name. It is a great name. What was it called? Earth's Blood Cry. Why are the project? Why are the Academy ships so like they look like garbage ships? Like they look like they've been pulled out of a rust a scrapyard. I don't understand why their ships look so messed up compared to everybody else's. So why don't they build all mission critical stuff underground? Good question, Damon. Good question. We don't have the option for that, unfortunately. All right.
Mission is a no-go.
Okay, he's lost the target. Okay, that's our mining complex at... is Nanyu one I named? Did I name this base? Did I name this Nanyu? Doesn't feel like my naming convention, but I've marked it off and everything, so it must be. They go to the sheet metal pile last. Yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? We also need to stay under 166 mission control, by the way, or we'll flip to total war automatically.
Their control is vulnerable now.
We'll crack down the servants in South Korea. Increase popularity of the servants in China. Project Exodus hab has been destroyed by the aliens. United States of America has declared war in Nigeria. Nanyu is the vote system names. Thank you, Marksman. Thank you for confirming that.
DLC is secure.
Okay. Once again, Rostokovastu just murders everything.
We are in
And the
control
purge is
now.
successful. Okay, let's head to South Korea. And let's get them using the same template as the rest of the country. Oh, the template didn't actually change. Wonderful. Okay, we need to get that defended as soon as possible. Okay. We've taken control of Angola. That's fine. What's the US nuclear arsenal like? Terrifying. Advanced ECM is now available. That's very good because it also brings us towards ECM Mark III. I'll show you the American new arsenal in a second. Okay, so Victor 370 is about to arrive in low Mercury orbit. This was a fleet that I was expecting to attack us. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Do we have flag modules? Not yet, no. We're not really there yet, Salty. We're only just now starting to get into ship tech. I've been focusing so much on getting our research up as high as possible. Okay, so these guys are coming into Mercury. New army deployed. India has deployed the 2 Strike Corps. Cool. We need to get those armies up. Alright, they haven't quite made it to Mercury before the turn is over. We need to name this army, though. So let's roll army. 58th Field Army, the Tidebreakers. I'm just going to copy and paste that so I don't have to type the whole thing in. 2 Strike Corps is the 58th Field Army, the Tidebreakers. We don't have another army called the Tidebreakers, do we? I love how we've got 2 MTFs. No, we don't have another one. Cool. Okay. Federation stuff isn't quite available yet, Gecko. So we will be able to federate here in December on the 26th. And here on the 26th as well. So waiting for the 26th of December for India to federate with Nepal and Bhutan. For America, which yes is under control by the servants, I think Tidebreakers was the Exodus stream. Okay, I'm glad they're back then. They have 28 nukes. So how well is India doing? Well, India's pretty much a utopia under my control. So we are slowly cleaning up their industrial infrastructure. Their education continues to rise. Their inequality is down to moderate, and it was extreme at the start of the game. They're having some issues with cohesion at the moment because we absorbed Pakistan into India. So that is affecting things quite negatively at the moment. GDP has also increased. Democracy slipped because of some decisions I made last stream. But in terms of like the carbon, if we compare them to, say, Italy, they're actually on par with Italy. They're not far off the European Union in terms of carbon. Germany's a little bit better. So they're really getting there with cleaning the country up. Speaking of which, we need to defend India this turn. So let's get on that to start with. Might be worth to start a war to increase cohesion. Well, I'm just working on... The thing that will fix cohesion of a long term is investing in government will get me... There's a section here, I can't put my mouse over, but it's basically saying sufficient investment in the government and unity priorities in this nation will cause Lahore and Islamabad to lose its hostile claim status, reducing unrest and improving cohesion. Current progress is 74 of 200. So that's just ticking along. Once that's done, all of that unrest will go away. So I'm not too concerned, and I don't want to rock the boat too much. I want to just absorb some countries and keep things quiet while we're kind of just pushing ourselves into space a little bit. All right, so I'm going to get Bruce Wayne to defend India.
Securing our control.
Yeah. America is also run by a cult at the moment. A cult that worships the aliens. That's who the servants are. They also have the most advanced military in the world, which I'm trying to do something about. I'm trying to advance China's military, but I'm also investing in trying to clean China up, so it's a little bit difficult to do that.
Standing by.
Robusto Combusto can stabilize in China.
We'll turn down the heat.
Steve Jobless
Ready for orders.
can investigate alien activity in Mexico. And Wintermute, how is public opinion for us? Oh, we need to defend South Korea. So we'll get you to defend South Korea. Hey, Alex Dragon, how's it going? Now, let me just make sure nowhere else is defended. So, yeah, North Korea is still undefended. That's fine. And then we've just got that fleet that's about to arrive in low Mercury orbit that I have no idea what they're going to do when they get there because we are the only faction that has a presence in Mercury. Oh, no, the Servants and the Resistance now have built some habs. But that's it. All right, let's confirm assignments for the turn. No one had a level up, right? Should have checked that.
Where do you need me?
Ready to go.
No, nobody has a level up. Bruce will have a level up next turn. Let's confirm assignments. It's on
Ready for
pause.
orders.
All right, they've arrived in low Mercury orbit. What are they doing? They're bombarding our base. So they're bombarding Nanu base. This will be interesting because Nanu base... Oh, they're bombarding from very high up. Nanu base... it's still under construction. So let's save the template, I think, because this place is not going to last. So I want to save the template, and then we're going to have to rebuild it in a second. They're bombarding a dead base, unfortunately. So that's not going to last very long. Nanofactory at Nanu is destroyed. Alien fleet launches for low Earth orbit 1. This is another alien fleet launching for low Earth orbit 1. 2 cruisers destroy our frigate. We'll set an arrival alarm on it. Yes, you can put warrior in 2 nations, increase the of both of them, actually waging the war. Oh, interesting. I didn't think about doing that, Salty. Okay, so there go. Nanu's about to die.
Securing our interests.
Offering support.
Settlement core Nanu was destroyed. Okay, what base was Nanu? It was it Alva Crater? Crap, which one was it? Was it Bokokichio for the nobles? Was it Alva or was it Bakuchia? I think it was Alva Crater, right? I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Alva Crater. Because I'll just rebuild the station. Any forces have burned, market the regular lost control of our people there. Yeah, unfortunately they just war crimed us. Alvar looks better anyway, yeah. So we're going to rebuild at Alvar. Now, let me just check. So it's 163.8 days or 30 days to get the level 1 down. So we'll get the level 1 down at Alvar Crater, not Chungyang Crater. And then I need to, still with Piccolo, roll. Because of the radiation, they're so expensive, I didn't want to go in too hard on Mercury right now. Roll base. I mean, right now, this is real, but yeah. I want to try and keep, like, oh my god, it came up. Okay, here we go. Planetenvertide. Hang on a second. I'm going to say this. I'm going to get the music up. Planetenverteidigungskanon in Richtung. Planetenverteidigungskanon in Reich Invictington. Yeah, but that is the name of the base. Every time it comes up, I will try and say it. So we're going to manage the base, and we want to give it this name.
Planeten
I can't believe you just did that to me, Sujin Tofu. Did you really just do that to me? That might be the rudest thing anyone has ever done to me, by getting the TTS to say that right after I struggled to even try and say it. Planetenverteidigungskanon in Richtung. Planetenvertig. It's this bit here. It's the TEIDIGUNGSK. That's the bit I struggle with. Planetenverteidigungskanon in Richtung. That's the best I'm going to do. Well, that's going to come up at some point as well, Tavia. All right, let's see what the aliens do next. Victor 370 currently has no mission assigned.
Offering support.
But we're obviously they're obviously still annoyed with us. You're not Sujin Tofu. I'm not annoyed with you in any way. Honestly, that was phenomenal comedic timing, and I think it was incredibly funny. I was just doing a bit. Do not feel upset in any way at all. That was really funny. You did the best thing you could have done there. Okay, so Betty Bot Butter just completed its fusion, which means we should be able to refuel the fleet that's here. So if we select Earth Preservation Society, they can now repair and refuel, which will cost a lot. I have messaged Chris about the names to check too. He said it was fine to me. Yes, there's a bunch of Welsh names in the list, and there's a bunch of German names in the list that are literally just tongue twisters. So don't worry. Okay, new alien fleet. We've tested a new Project X's fleet. Construction of a Xerxes Argus 2 monitor in Mars has completed. All right, maybe just scuttle them. Scuttle who, Salty? Oh, the Marines? No, we'll get them to do something else. Alright, first of all, I need to... A whole bunch of ships just built, so I need to roll ship, but actually not going to do that just yet. We're going to get them all join the fleet, because a bunch of them just got built. Okay, so they're all just built. We're at 142. Let me just name them all. So we need to go to Fleets, Pluto or Bust. Okay, so Astroport and Inconspicuous, Icarumba, Lake of the Return Sword, Drowned Sunray, Ship Nomius Prince. Where are the new ships here? We have just... Astroportin is one of their names, okay. The Marines have been eating alligator chew with their food in 0G for 10 years. They have. Well, the new ship is the Incorruptible. They better not play any World of Warcraft, because everyone gets corrupted in World of Warcraft. That's just the end point of every character story is, oops, they got corrupted. So Inconspicuous is the next one. And if I roll a ship for that, we're going to get the Proclamation of Freedom, which is a great name. Love that. I'm going to copy that one over. Only 414 names left in the naming list, by the way. Hey, Tasty Voice, have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. It's been wonderful to have you here. Do not apologize. I will continue to try and do that name. You did ship name. I don't even know how to do that Tachyon. Is that Czech or Eastern European? Nebrisk. That's my attempt to do it. And all I did was put an Eastern European accent onto that. And then the last ship is called... Icarumba. Okay, I kind of want to vote for this name to stay. This is a name that came out of the game's naming list. Icarumba. Incomplete is also a nice name, but it's going to be called the Labyrinth of Light. Because I have to name every ship after one you guys have suggested. Labyrinth of Light. The Labyrinth of Light. Okay, that's done. That's all those ships named. Let's go back to speeding time forward. Yes, put it in the Discord. You need to make a modest 40 ships. Yes. It's vote start Tavian. Vote start. I'd say keep it or add. We'll add it to the pool. Yeah, we'll add it. We'll add it in. It's exclamation mark vote start. You got the rest of it right though. Stabilize has gone down to subversion. Earth Preservation Society is repaired. All right. So the Earth Preservation Society is ready for tasking. Let's tell them to take off. Okay, I was just polling if we keep it. No, but the moment is passed. Okay. I'll need to be a little bit faster in the future. Academy Fleet Preservation Society completes transfer. All right. What are they going to do? What are we going to do with Earth Preservation Society? Let's have a look at the prospecting tab. Does anyone have a nice noble site, apart from the aliens, that we could take? We control these two. The next best one is Ararat Base, which is controlled by... Dihydrogen monoxide is the deadliest chemical. Whenever people come in contact with it, die. That is true. Yep, dihydrogen monoxide is incredibly deadly. Did you know they put it in our drinking water? Did you know that? The dihydrogen monoxide is in your drinking water? Really horrible at what they do to us. Forcing us to drink 100% deadly chemical. Alright. So, I don't really want to take Ararat Base off humanity first, but we could take... Well, I actually don't want to take Grand Krivara Base off the servants either, because that's going to make the aliens annoyed at us. So there's not really anything in the so that was nobles. In the Thistles department, Project Exodus have Cunningham Base, which is 17.7. We could take that off them. I don't really care about them right now. So that's on 8 Flora. If we were to transfer to 8 Flora... Not here. 8 Flora. They could get there. We could even slow them down. We can't slow them down, can we? 72 weeks. We get there in 34 weeks and make a decision if we want to take it or not when we get there. Well, actually, we'll have to take it because we will have no Delta V left over. But they're the only ones fighting the aliens in space. It's H2O, Damon. Water. I'm removing all dihydrogen monoxide from my diet and only drink wine. People saying it's take to 2. Yeah, there's dihydrogen monoxide in your wine as well, Jacob Bronsky. It's just H2O. It's just water. I guess I don't really want to clown on Project Exodus, do I? They are fighting the aliens in space and winning. I just don't want these guys to be sitting around doing nothing, especially after I just refueled them. What else do we need right now? We could do, actually, with a bit more in the way of volatiles. There's an unmatched... So we can't take dry carbonaceous... we can't take Notch Retreat because it's owned by somebody. And there's no good ones. Basically, I want, actually, do the initiative... Okay, I was going to say, do the initiative have any bases? They do. We could take Poseidon's base off them. Where's the first initiative base? Yeah, it would be this one here for 56 water and 48 volatiles. Second Nud Ramses Montes. What on earth is this name? 279 Thule. Do we think we can make a transfer to 279 Thule? Be the next one over. 230. No, it'll be here then. 279 Thule. Yeah, we can do that in 24 weeks. Just make sure the pure missiles to act as long-range guided missiles. We're gonna go and take that off the initiative. Okay, Marines are on their way for another mission. Hurrah! Coup d'etat in Kuwait. Hey, they finally...
I'm on your side.
The servants have taken over Kuwait, everybody. Shame that it is an absolute dumpster fire with no GDP thanks to somebody. I love how the initiative have the United Arab Emirates, which is also a dumpster fire. Oops. Not my fault. I didn't ruin those countries for money at the start of the game. No. Okay, another fleet's arriving in Mercury orbit. Not sure what they're going to do when they arrive. Attempt to move to the servants in Angola failed. Keep trying. I'm back. The aliens retaliated. They've destroyed 2 of our bases. It's a mystery swan. We will never know. Yes, exactly. Okay, we got another paper shredder just got built. So we need to give that a name. It's called Bobcat, which is a great name. It's rolling really good names at the moment. But we're going to pull out, we have lasers at home. I love that this is on a ship that doesn't have lasers. We have lasers at home. You see why people who fearmonger use it alongside different names of things. Yes, exactly. Because it's easy to confuse people. And then I need you to merge with Leaving Soon. No, that's the wrong fleet. I need you to split from Leaving Soon. And I need you to merge with the Furies. Okay, so it's now in the Fury fleet. Fury fleet's actually looking pretty decent, and I want to have a look at what this fleet here is doing as it arrives here. Russia, under control of the Protectorate, and Kazakhstan have decided to merge into a single nation. Interesting. That's a big... God, this is a big fleet. Okay, they've arrived in low Mercury orbit. They currently... Oh my god. They're intercepting Leaving Soon. Which is my science ship. Wait, why? Oh, what? Wait. What the hell has just happened? I've messed up something here. So Leaving Soon is my fleet, which I've accidentally added my... I've somehow managed to overwrite the Furies by adding the Raffateus Laloyai Corvette to this fleet. This is just a science vessel. So I need to split the fleet, remove this, and then I need to add UNN 577. Okay, now, yeah, and then I want to add UNN 577 to Leaving Soon. Then I need to rename Leaving Soon back to Furies. And I need to rename UNN 58 to Leaving Soon. And then I need to make sure that it is undocked. So it does its science. Alright. And then the aliens, I believe, are still going for Furies. Okay, good. Okay, we're about to have one hell of a battle. This is going to be a smash fest. We're going to get absolutely ruined in this fight. But they're coming in. So get ready for a big space battle. That's fine. Leaving Soon just needs to not be in, or it needs to be just floating in space. Okay. So... Combat is imminent. We've got 4, I think these are cruisers, and 4 frigates. What I want the ships stop looking like they're made from weld. I can choose at any time, Dim, and there's actually just a button I push to choose what they look like. So we've got the Citadel of Koloka. We've got 4 missile ships and 4 paper shredders. They have a cruiser with laser cannon, plasma battery, point defense, star torpedoes. Same build. Same build. So we need to hold and defeat all of the torpedoes. And then they've got a bunch of particle cannon frigates. It could be worse. I am going to save the game. I'm not going to save the game. I'm not going to save scum this. Let's engage. Alright. So we want to deploy behind the habitat. Where is our fleet? Here it is. We're going to deploy behind the habitat. And we want to deploy in a wedge. So, and I want the paper shredders at the front of the wedge. The problem with the wedge is that there might be an issue with like hitting the station with a couple of them. And a science ship to observe. Yeah, so this is a science ship back. Well, will be the science ship. Yeah, Raffatus Laloy. This is a science ship. It is not a combat vessel. It does have a railgun, but I'm not going to include it in the fight. There's a light railgun Mark 1 and a point defense array. But it is not a combat vessel. That's exactly what I'm going to do, Dame. We're going to hold position to start with. So the question is do I want to creep forward a little bit with my paper shredders. Let's make sure all the paper shredders are at the front. So paper shredders swap. So we'll get the albedo to swap with the synchronizat. And then I've got a paper shredder down here. Yeah, okay, I have a paper shredder at the top and bottom as well. Let's just split them so that they're at opposite corners. Now, station LDAs will defeat the torps. I'm hoping that they will. Once the torps are defeated, so there's basically 2 things we do. We start drifting at 100 meters per second. And by the time the torps hit the station, we'll be kind of intersecting with the station. The other option is we start at a velocity of 0, and we wait until the torps have been defeated, and then we accelerate. Like, maybe not to 650, but we accelerate, we wait for max acceleration, and then we launch our missiles. The problem with that is our ships need to accelerate, and it takes them time to get up to speed because they're big, heavy ships in space. Whereas if we're already moving with a little bit of velocity, it helps out a little bit. And yes, I will check the missile fire modes. So the question is what do I want to do? Do I want to... And we mostly got... And it's mostly lance heads here with one ship carrying Hestias. Do I start with a little bit of velocity? Or do I just hold? I think I just hold with what I've got. We could definitely do a lot of damage to them. I don't know if we've got a chance to win. Okay, they're on full attack mode, full attack mode, full attack mode, full attack mode. Perfect. And then you guys are all on defensive. Yeah, okay. So these 4 ships here, we have lasers at home, Neodymium, Albedo, and Earth's Bloodcry are point defense ships. And then the Synchronizat, the Shattered Sun, the Shandian, and the Dissolved Komodo Dragon are missile carriers. And then the station itself has 2 layer defense arrays, which have a couple of turrets on them, but they're not particularly very good. I found that layer defense arrays are just not worth it. Actually, I'm going to keep him in the fight back there because his rail cannon could be useful. Let's go. I've started the battle. So what we want to do is we want to keep an eye. You can change coal guns to offensive. I want them on the whole reason the coal guns are here is for long range defensive at the moment. I want them. They're there for point defense, not for attacking at this point. So yes, I could change them over, but I want them on. Guardian. Okay, so they've got the cruisers are here. Core Dark Star, Fitting Entropy, Screaming Singularity. Where's the other? And Ashen Black Star. Good old 40mm and some light coal guns. Yeah. We've got some decent technology for our ships. Our ships are just very small. So what we're waiting on right now is this is the engagement envelope for our missiles. So there's no point launching missiles until they're inside this bubble. I hope the bubble's coming through on stream okay. The lance heads have a smaller bubble actually. We're waiting for them to be inside this bubble. So just going to wait. I'm just going to let time tick forward until the aliens are a little bit closer. They are quite happy to creep close. They're coming in very slowly. We have to wait till we've defeated their torpedoes before we engage. And I don't have the technology or the engines to do maneuvers in space battles at the moment. All of our ships are equipped with Orion drives, which are basically massive nuclear explosions that are just pushed out the back of the ship. Okay, how are we doing for missile range? We're still quite far from missile range. They also haven't engaged yet. It's quite a slow fight to start with. They come in from very far back with very short-range weapons by the looks of it. We are going to have a couple of our ships pushing straight past the station when this engagement begins, but that's okay. The Paper Shredder's job is to take hits. They are mass. They've got a lot of frontal armor, these ships. I don't think there's a way to see it in combat, but they have tons of frontal armor. Yeah, 45 frontal armor, which is insane for a light ship like this. Okay, we must be... I'm surprised the aliens haven't fired yet. Okay, we're almost in torpedo range. Not in lancehead range. We're going to wait for until we're in lancehead range before we launch our torpedoes. We should be entering their engagement envelope very soon. We're unfortunately going a little bit too fast, and we're going to start overtaking the station soon, which is not what I wanted to happen. Okay, the aliens are engaging. Here come their torpedoes. Torpedoes are fast. So the goal here is to shoot down all the torpedoes before they come through. I'm going to slow down time a little bit so we can keep track of this. They're also firing plasma. Plasma cannot be intercepted. So we're not worried about the plasma. We're just worried about intercepting all of these torpedoes. One torpedo just got through to one of our ships. One of our paper shredders just got torpedoed. It took another torpedo. It's down. That ship has been torpedoed to death. We were not able to deal with the amount of incoming. Okay, we still got torpedoes coming in as well. There's now only one stream of torpedoes. We just lost 2 of our paper shredders to torpedoes. Okay, at this stage, we're about to lose another paper shredder. We need to launch missiles before it's too late. So I think I'm just going to go all in on missiles. So, Synchronize that. You're launching at Screaming Singularity, which is the furthest back one. Shattered Sun, you are engaging Ashen Black Star. Shandian, you are engaging Fading Entropy. Dissolved Komodo Dragon, you're engaging Core Dark Star. They're just going to mag dump all of their missiles. I am also now going to order them to go full speed ahead. This will give some speed to some of their missiles. But I want them to... They're going to be launching while they fire. In fact, they're going to launch a few... They're not actually in range yet. So the torpedoes launching a bit soon. Okay, they are going to launch a lot of the missiles before they actually start burning. They're burning now. There goes another ship. I'm glad I started launching missiles now because we're losing ships very quickly. Okay, missiles are away, and we're adding some more Delta V to them as we burn forward. Actually overtaking the missiles a little bit. Every green dot is a missile. That's all of our missiles away. The ships have nothing left. The torpedoes are all going to get shot down, unfortunately, because they... This is why I've refit my ships in Mars orbit to all have the same missile type. We're actually overtaking our missiles, which is actually means we might distract their PD a little bit. You can see the missiles that we launched when we were burning are going faster than the ones when we weren't. So that's something I should have done a little bit better. But if they're shooting at our ships, then hopefully the missiles get through. Their defense arrays are just bad, basically. Okay, they're trying to shoot down all the missiles now. I think some of these are going to get through. Okay, we're hitting and doing no damage. Okay, we got one. Fading entry. We got two. We didn't do any damage to the core Dark Star. I'm not sure what happened there. We did a little bit of damage to the Screaming Singularity, but not enough. We're gonna get a couple of hits maybe on the Valley Snow here. It doesn't look like they're out of fuel. Okay. I want to order you to disengage if you can. Do I need to give him a speed as well, or is he just going to pull out? I think I just need to tell him to like push out. Yeah, and he's going to start burning out. Let's do full speed ahead on him as well. Okay, we've lost one of the LDAs. The other LDA is going to go down. The Delta V, yeah, I should have been burning a little bit faster. I was worried about losing the ships. There goes both of the layer defense arrays. So the station's about to go down. Where they're about to destroy the science ship as well. We have to wait until everything dies before we can end the fight. We did do a little bit of damage. We killed 2 cruisers, but they overwhelmed us. And that's the end of that. Possibly that's the end of our presence in Mercury orbit for now. Okay. So we managed to destroy 2 of them. Victor 4 instead of stopped and may now seize control. So what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to copy this template so I can rebuild the station if it gets destroyed. Space of the Aliens defeated the Academy in the battle. Aliens lost 2 ships, the Academy lost 9 ships. So this is the station here that they just hit. I think they are normal cannons because I've researched Railgun Mark II. So this LDAs have Railgun Mark IIs on them, not light coal guns. I need coal gun Mark IIs for them to be replaced. Okay, let's see what they do. I need to select Mercury to properly unpause the game. I'm guessing they're going to destroy the station. They haven't destroyed the station yet. Are they not going to destroy the station? Oh, alien hate's gone right down. Are they not destroying the station? What are they doing? They're just docked at the station. Why are they just docked at the station? Maybe it did. I still have control of the station. Let's rebuild the modules. Why couldn't I rebuild these? Rebuild all. We were going for fleet. Maybe the attack with the hit enough. It was already 4 or 5 before they attacked you, yeah. Coal guns are better, but it's just because I've got Mark IIs. It looks like they're just going to leave it alone. Alright, let's lay down some more ships then, and Mercury. Mercury. Let's get some more Argus Class 2s. I'm just going to build the torpedo version for now. And then I'll build some paper shredders as well. Oops, we need to properly upgrade. We need better ships. That was proof that our ships are not good enough. Okay, we got lucky. Receiving sunscreen behavior some leaders in Ecuador. I'm not too worried about that. Let's head back to Earth for the moment. so much alien penetration to the inner system. Can't go with missile spam. That's true. But I want to get onto railguns and guns. I've rebuilt the LDAs. Don't worry, Sujin. I've done that. But thank you for confirming. Whew. I wonder if that was the fleet, but it's not. Okay, it's a new turn. Our defend interest has ended in Nepal, so I want to defend Nepal again, because I don't want to put all this time investing into Nepal and then lose it. Bruce has also leveled up. So Bruce has max investigation, max administration. We should get his security up next, I think. Actually, there's any traits here. So we've got affluent, which gets some income. Connected, which gets us this. Eminent is -2 to espionage, we detected by other no. Counselor, plus 1 persuasion, nations where plus unity for our control points. Okay. Streetwise, plus 1 espionage, we detected by other nations, plus 1 security and home nation. His home nation is Copenhagen, Denmark. I don't think we need to worry about it. We don't need to get streetwise on him. I think we're just... He could get untouchable. 150 XP. Oh, who's going to save... I'm not going to save 150. So many icons. Oh god, there are so many icons on Diadem spacecrafts. Well, let's get his security up first. And what's going on here? So, plus 20 science, plus 1 science stat, and then plus 4% to military, found military, build army, build navy, space defenses, funding, and then plus 2 to found space program, boost, build exofighter, and plus 2% energy research. It's good. What about Tyrus rocketry? That's 5 to all the military stuff, and space defenses, and 2% military science research. SimWorks is plus 1 engineering, which is also nice. He's got room for 1 of these. They're just really good at space and military, yeah. The thing is, I don't need the boost or the found space program. Or the build exofighter. Which are all... this is better. Because it's 5%, not 4%. And it doesn't have the things I don't need on it. So I think I'm going to grab Tyrus rocketry here. For him. That's actually a good pickup. Now, does anyone else have a level up? Also, if I just burped on stream, I'm very sorry. 13, 12, 7, 1, 0. No one else has a level up for me. Okay. Have you ever used exofighters yet? No, but we do have 1 exofighter somewhere. We did have an exofighter at one point. I don't see it now. If I go to here, I think there's a way to see how many exofighters we have. Go away. We have 2 exofighters in South Korea. It does have science, though, which helps against alien missions. That's a good point. The science was nice, Kite. I didn't think about the science in that way. We have 2 exofighters in South Korea. Alright, let me just check our unification here. 26th of December. Okay. So first of all, we need to do our normal stuff. Let's have a look at the state of the world. So Bruce Wayne, to start with, I would like you to go back to investigating people, if you can. There's a missing alien that I would like you to track down for us. So let's check this 86% in Ecuador. I'll give you a little bit of ops to find out who that is.
Target.
Robusto Combusto, I want you to just keep stabilizing in India, please.
We'll make things safe.
Steve Jobless, investigate the inactivity in Ecuador. And Wintermute.
Your orders?
Wintermute, you're a little bit harder to give mission orders to. What can Bruce do? Okay, I'll get Bruce to investigate the inactivity in Washington.
We'll recon the site.
And we'll send Wintermute to investigate. This guy's 3% for him to investigate. There's no way that's an alien. Get this guy, yeah. The guy who's 81% of Myanmar. Find out who he is.
Surveilling.
And then let's confirm assessments for the turn. And we'll zoom out a little bit so we don't get flash bombed by the game starting up again. And we will unpause. New nano factory at 627, okay. New army deployed in China, the 42nd Group Army. We need to wait till we got control of that before we can do anything with it. 60 SP, so it's not an alien, okay. Alien fleet launches for low Mars orbit, okay. Are the aliens still annoyed with us, is the question.
Lending my expertise.
Investigate Counselor failed, okay. Jeez, a lot of stuff just happened there and I got really scared. Whew. Yes, indeed, Damon. Well timed. That was not any of our people who just got shot. So don't worry. However, the Protectorate agent that we had turned to our cause was just assassinated by the servants. So that was the guy that we had turned to our side, just got killed by the servants. We also, at the same time, completed 4 operation centers in low Mercury orbit. Servants just killed the Protectorate, which is really interesting. So we need to find a new person to subvert. I wonder why he's no longer responding to our messages, because he'd done be dead.
Believe and accept that there are other souls out there, created by the divine, as we ourselves were. It
That's
is our
because
mission,
it was
our duty,
we didn't do the
and
mission.
our privilege.
Tankalilik
to
doesn't
join
specify.
them.
Actually, I want to add Tankalilik
A
to
meeting
the
of
things.
minds across the stars.
They start infighting, yes. Okay.
Superior Judith Howe.
Be quiet, Judith.
Xenobaptist leaflet.
It would have been fun if it was our servant's mission. Okay, believe it. So, our space future is now done, which means Ring Habs is now available for research. So we want to research Ring Habs. This is what we've been pushing towards for so long. So Ring Habs is now down. It will complete on the 18th of February, 2039, which is a while away. But we'll start work. We'll maybe put some more research into it.
Violence is abating.
That was really scary for a second. Imperial Flight Palpatine has arrived in series. Okay, so this fleet has just arrived. Cody Hubs are also available. Yes, we want to research them too. I think I'm going to scuttle this fleet. So this is our other Marine fleet, and at the moment these fleets are super out of date, and we can probably build better fleets for them. Is there something to attack on this planet? Oh, we could take Quinlanyu base off the Resistance. It has a marine value of 8. And it produces 44 waters. I mean, it's a pretty terrible base. We've got all the good water bases. I think I want to scuttle this fleet. I don't really have a use for it right now. It's just not really doing anything for us. And we can say that we transferred them. I mean, is it 13 nobles? It is 13 nobles. Ooh. But do we want to annoy the Resistance? Because the Resistance tolerate us, and we have a non-aggression pact with them. So doing this will kill the non-aggression pact we have with the Resistance. They're the only people that we have a nap with, I think. Yeah. Oh no, we have a nap with Project Exodus as well. So it's like, do we want to break the nap with the Resistance to get 13 nobles? I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to scuttle the ship. So we're just going to roleplay it that the Marines have arrived and they're going to Cloudbank Station. And waiting for their next mission. But the ship itself is being... the Slander class frigate is being scuttled. Alright. Marines, we've got a Marine base on Ceres now. Yeah, do they even have a fleet? I think the Resistance does have a fleet. I think everyone has fleets. Yeah, the Resistance have 4 fleets. They've got a fleet of corvettes, a fleet of corvettes, a fleet of corvettes, and a fleet of corvettes. With light rail cannon Mark IIIs on them. Space Gurkhas, yeah. They would be Space Gurkhas, actually. Our Marines would be Gurkhas, because we only had India. Oh, Doug first auto spend boost? Whoops. That's alright. It's only 6 boost. Public support in India is now at 20%. That's a big bonus for them. Let's not get dizzy looking at Ceres. This Resistance really likes their moon base. Yeah, they've got a big moon base situation going on. God, look how busy the solar system is right now.
We found something.
Good work, Bruce. Good work, Steve. Victor will complete surveillance. Right. So there's another fleet completing surveillance in Earth orbit. Aliens, Earth. Actually, hang on a minute. The Resistance actually have a lot of fleets, because this is just Earth orbit. Corvette. The Resistance have a lot of ships out there. Anyway, Aliens, Earth. What was that? Victor 382. So this fleet here is about to complete surveillance. We could attack it if we wanted to, but I think right now we want to just stay off the aliens' radar for a little bit. So, sorry, hundreds of Hua suddenly vanished. Hua! We're just going to leave. I think we're just going to leave that particular mission to complete. I'm not going to fight with them right now. Still a lot of ships, yeah. Okay, new turn. So we need to find ourselves someone to turn over. Oh, 40-second control is now under our control, so now we need to roll an army. We get human resources. The human resources army. I think it's this one here. Yeah. This is just human resources. Probably the most scary army on the planet. Alright, how are we doing for our military score? Information age is going up, but it's going up slowly. It doesn't feel like the resistance is resisting enough. No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. Okay, so we control Chuka. Blah, blah, blah. We need to find. I would like to find another protectorate person to turn. So let's see if we can locate someone from the protectorate. Very fitting for China. Okay, we've seen a lot of people from here. Now I don't know their loyalties. He's got an estimated loyalty of 17, estimated loyalty of 2, estimated loyalty of 7. So let's hit the person who's got an estimated loyalty of 2, which is Kui Shan, and we'll go to investigate
see what
her,
they're up to.
see if we can turn her to our side.
Where to?
Robusto Combusto, continue to stabilize
We'll restore peace
India
to
for
this
me.
nation.
At your
Steve
service.
Jobless. Is there any projects you can hit right now that will help us out a little bit? So the servant's about to complete green arc laser cannons. We could hit that. Nothing for the protectorate. Okay, hit green arc laser cannon for me, just to slow them down a little bit.
Please keep me safe.
And
I'm
then
going in.
Winter mute.
Where do you need me?
You just need to do more research. There's nowhere that needs defended, right? Everywhere is protected. No, Nepal. I did protect Nepal, so let's protect Nepal. Just to make sure that it is safe until
Securing our
December when
interests.
we can bring it in. Human wave resources. Ouch. Hilton Brent. Alright, let's confirm assignments for the turn, and we'll zoom out and we'll unpause.
Offering assistance.
I will help them.
Oh, the Congo switched
Securing
sides
our
again.
control.
It was controlled by the servants, now being controlled by Project Exodus. Victor 36 spread right. Okay. Planeten Vertigiguns Richtenstein has completed its outpost core. So we can now upgrade that to a tier 2 upgrade outpost core from space, 40 days. And then I don't think I can apply the template yet, can I? Yeah, it's only going to. So I need to wait till it's upgraded. That I can build. I can actually rebuild the whole site. Okay, this is fleet arriving in low Earth orbit to tear the stars from our skies. What fleet is this? Oh, this is our fuel ship. I was like, what the hell is this? Why is it not letting me sorting the Xenonauts, who are the actual combat ships? No, I just want to select them and keep an eye on them. Transfer to low Earth orbit.
They won't know what hit them.
We'll get rid of the green arc laser batteries. And we got 50 science. Nice work. They're doing surveillance until the 14th of June. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new alarm on for the, let's say the 10th of June. 2038, and say Victor 336 completes. It's just reset. I noticed that completes serve on 14 June. Yes, pretty much. So I want to put this to the 10th of June 2038. Yeah, set alarm and close. So this fleet's arriving. This is a very scary fleet. What are they doing when they arrive in Mars orbit?
Mission aborted.
Okay, that person disappeared. That's interesting. New settlement mining complex at Betty Butt Butter. Nice, that's going to get us some more nobles. Transferring to low Mars orbit.
Order is returning.
In low Mars orbit, no operation assigned. Public campaigning include. There's 25% public opinion in China, in India. No operation assigned. So the aliens are in Mars orbit but not doing anything. We got a new paper shredder. We finally, instead of mass drivers, we had actual cargo ships, big Q ships that were alien raiders. Lots of aliens moving. I think what's happening here, Kite, is a lot of these are fleets that were dispatched to attack us when our alien hate was high. And now that they've arrived, the alien hate is below the threshold where they want to attack us. So they're just arriving and waiting for new orders. That is what I think is happening. So this is Badger. And I'm instantly thinking of Soviet Wombo and the Badgers when they played that Armor mod. I've got that theme song kind of in the back of my head. Where's Badger? I need to roll a ship. Probably no one gets that reference I just made. The only light in the silent void. Wow, we've got some great names in this playthrough. They're very poetic. The only light in the silent void is a 40mm autocannon. Anti-Stasi. Yes, that's the one. Was YouTube to Nigeria? Okay, they flipped it. It's all Fleet 409 making... Oh, it is all Fleet 409. Yes, I just well spotted, Kat. I didn't really notice that. If Victor... A new alien fleet in Victor 409. This is what happened. So, this happened in my last campaign with the servants. And they were... it was the servants were just moving ships in and out of a fleet over and over and over again. And it just caused all of this spam. Inhibitions in Estonia. Yes. Battle at Valentina Station. The space forces of the aliens defeated Project Exodus in a battle at Valentina Station in low 27 Europe to orbit. Project Exodus lost 4 ships.
Were some distant eye ever to gaze upon our world, it would see warehouse workers
No
denied
Pegasus, no.
bathroom breaks, factory laborers paid pennies to assemble $1,000 phones, children dying in mines. Would it not question why we had not found smarter, kinder solutions?
That's a good point.
Chancellor
That's a very good point.
Invicta.
Okay,
Interview
so
with Wired magazine.
we were the ones who laid down applied artificial intelligence, but then the Project X has stole it from us somehow. But they've selected transform phages as the next research, which is actually what I wanted them to pick, because transform phages will mean our people would stay. Drainus contact doesn't work. I keep meaning to fix it. I can manually activate it for you, because I always feel bad about it, but it takes like 2 seconds for me to find it. No, that's right. I have to go to actions, not commands. Drainus contact test trigger. There you go. It's the only one that doesn't work at the moment. Okay, so they've picked the one I wanted, which is fine. But we're now going to start investing in this, and we will overtake them, which is good. And that gets us the bonus. Shape charge nuclear missiles is about to complete as well. I just did, Robert. Okay, that's that turnover. Interesting. Let's zoom back to Earth. Bruce Wayne's in Australia. People in North Korea are badly divided and made it unrest. We should look ways to improve cohesion. Jeez, I wonder how we could do that. Alright. So it is now the 16th of December. I believe we can now... 26th of December for Nepal and Bhutan. Okay, so a little bit closer. Demontoids is purely our project. Yes, nobody else is interested in adamantium armor. So we still need Bruce Wayne to find us a protectorate person. Was it protectorate? Yeah, a protectorate person to turn. Sorry, I'm clicking on like 2 different things at once. So I need someone from the protectorate. All the protectorate people have disappeared. Interesting. Well, let's start looking for protectorate people then. So you're going to have to do that. Robusto has aliens to fight in India.
We're going in.
Definitely don't want that to hang around.
Reporting
Steve
in.
Jobless has aliens to investigate in Estonia. And Wintermute needs to investigate to find us. No, the other end of the spectrum. We need you to find us someone from the Protectorate to turn over. It's because no one else can afford adamantium armor. No, they really can't. They probably all went to ground. That's a faction-wide go to ground after a murder does make sense. Like if one of your people get murdered, I can see the reaction to that being everybody else go to ground now. Well spotted, Ghost, for the level of Robusto. I did notice. Okay. Robusto level up. She's at 20 of 26 admin and at 17 commander. Command's fine for the moment. Let's just finish her admin leveling up. So again, her 1 point in admin. That gets her to base 21. So she's 5 points over. So I can't really get rid of Ariga's +3. Standard holdings is +3. So I can't get rid of any of these just yet. This is +13 science, +50%, +5% information science. This is just +1. What's Orpheus Rocketry? No. Serious Works is quite nice. Sapphire Research Associates. +10% space science isn't terrible. This is also +10% space science. Nothing I'm crazy about at the moment. We need to do something like the 7th US Special Forces, though. They're not costing us a lot of money to hold on to, though. That's everyone assigned. Let's confirm for the turn. And let's unpause. That's another ship launched. Chiljong-san at low Earth orbit. So let's get a name for it. It is the Light of Australia. So it needs to join the Xenonauts. And we've got another one. Join Xenonauts. That's Kunamoto. So we need to go to Xenonauts. What was the first ship called? It was... That was the badge. That was the old one. Chiljong San, which I can't see. Oh, there it is. Chiljong San is the Light of Australia. Is a 40mm cannon opening fire, and the other one was it the Kunamoto? The Kunamoto, and the name for that one is going to be Timeless Sentinel. Cool. Alright, that's them both named. We are sitting at 134 mission control, so we've got quite a lot of space. I don't really want to build any more monitors or escorts, though. I really want to get us moving into Lancers and Battlecruiser territory.
Offering support.
Tensions are mounted between China and Taiwan. China may enforce a series of economic sanctions on Taiwan, limits military trade. No, I don't want to do that.
We've got some intel on our target.
Okay, we found a resistance person, which is no use.
Person
And
of
we
interest
found
surveyor.
a humanity first person who is also no use. Shaped charged nuclear missiles has been completed, so we can now build the Olympus-shaped nuclear torpedo. A nuclear thermal rocket torpedo deploying a 1 megaton shaped nuclear weapon that focuses its energy out in a narrow cone. Okay, so we need more weapon technology. What I need to do is what gets us the next level of coil gun. What are the prerequisites for that? So if I wanted improved coil gun batteries, I need high temperature semiconductors. The first in the chain of cone-shaped chaos. So we need to get high temperature semiconductors researched, which we have all the prerequisites for. So I want to get this. This is now a priority research topic. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. So there's nothing I can do with that right now, but I do want to get my coil guns going better. Do I want to get green arc laser cannons? Not really. Yeah, it's a main thing. I know. I just wanted to find out what the prerequisite was. Combat Soccer Fisher 4. What is this a prerequisite to? The Pebble Drive, which we looked up, wasn't particularly good. High thrust ergonomics just gets us faster acceleration for our ships. Ships of the line unlocks Lancers and Dreadnoughts, which are both really nice, but take a long time to build. Full switch of combined arms is a military thing for 10,000. Army disruption is armies 25% less than bombardment. I forget the name of the weapon, but there was a Cold War weapon because they basically used nuke and fire a laser. Would be good. That's insane, Markson. That sounds insane. We could unfavorite nuclear-powered explosive warhead torpedoes. Improved terminal guidance. Our shipboard missiles do 10% more damage. We've already got the nuclear missiles, Salty. We just finished researching them. 10% more missile damage might be nice. Advanced ECM. Doesn't work against aliens, though. Augmented combat training is... Look, we're doing a lot of this at the moment. We're doing a lot of military. Let's actually get advanced combat training. It's only 5k. It's a pretty quick one. Then we need to go to our ships. And we need to create a new class of ship. For the... we're basically going to replace the Argus with a class 3, which is going to have torpedoes. So we're going to get rid of the Hestia torpedoes. And we're going to replace them with the Olympus-shaped nuclear torpedoes. And so the ECM doesn't work against the aliens until we do a different project. Fast precision, yes, it would be Tofu, you're right. Let's get, so Olympus-shaped torpedoes. Now, these only have, what's the ammunition for these? Magazine is 8. So 8, 16, oh, I need to change the targeting type. And then we've got 2 magazines in here, which each give, I think, 25%? 50%. So each of these is another 8 missiles. So we basically got 16, 32. If I'm right, we've got 64 torpedoes per ship, which is pretty insane. All right, so this is the Block 3, not the Block 5. I don't want to retype the entire name, though. Hang on a minute. It's the Xerxes Argus 2 block. 4 base. Okay, the magazines are counting already. Gotcha. Block 3. Control C. Control V. Oh, I spelled Xerxes wrong. Damn it. It's Xerxes, isn't it? But you can use local alien debt not soon invincible after 100 Hades nuclear torpedoes. Alright, so that's the Xerxes Argus Block 2, Block 3 class. Yeah, it's a mouthful. Anything totally insane happened? Well, we're equipping nuclear torpedoes to our ships. So, kind of. So we'll save that design. That's fine. And then we go back to our ship detail, ship classes, and we get rid of all the Block 2s. So this is now obsolete. Is that right? So this is Argus Block 2, yeah, and this is now obsolete. And now everything needs to be a Block 3. We have not developed a ship capable of orbital bombardment yet, David. No, we do have the technology for it. It would probably need to be... we could probably get away with a destroyer that we don't need nose weapons. Not a battleship. A monitor could do it. We've got green arc lasers, which I believe can bombard. Yes, but they're really, really light. Yes, I know, Kai. That's why we've got the shape charge ones, so they hopefully don't hit us. I'm hoping is they'll wipe out all of the PD incoming for the other ones behind them. Yeah, I remember when nukes put much less PD pressure than missiles. What does that mean, Salty? A battleship just takes too long to build for this role. I'm not spending 228 days. Like, we don't need to orbital bombard right now. I'd rather wait for better weapons for orbital bombardment. I'd rather wait for a better color of laser than green, or improved coil guns. I don't want to spend the resources on a ship that I'm not going to use to do anything just at this moment. What I do want to do is I want to now refit all of our existing ships to these torpedoes. And I'm not making a huge mistake by doing this. So we go here, we go to ship construction, we go to refit. I think no one used to be able to orbit bombard. Yeah, I think they can. So I'm just going to refit all of my ships to Block 3s. Oh, this needs to be... Okay, no, we should build it. How did it take to equip all of your ships with nukes? Or 18 days? Yes, the aliens have... too late. I refit them all at once. Pretty sure when nuking the planet isn't very PR friendly for the faction. No, I don't think it is. Public campaign in the European Union. Okay, he stopped doing public opinion in China, in India, which is good. Oh, my eye is sore. Invest. Thank goodness I set a reminder for that. Okay, we need to do direct investment now. Where do I do that again? Oh, I do that in the country, for the country. So we're going to do some direct investment in India. In China. China's the one that needs the most help. Okay, so we have 28.3 thousand money and 3k influence to invest here. Normally I just invest into funding to get ourselves more money, but I think we could look at investing into other places right now. For example, investing in mission control, we get the mission control mission done a lot quicker. The other thing we could do is we could invest in government in India to get rid of the penalty, to fix the problem with the hostile claim on Lahore as the Mabad. So if I was to investigate in government, I don't know if that would affect it. Sufficient investment in government, yeah. So if I was to investigate in government here, it cost me 1,000 money and 230. So I don't even think I get to 28. 13 is the most I can invest, which is not a lot. That would wipe me out of influence completely. So I wouldn't go that far. I would probably go for 10. And I'll leave it with 700 influence. It costs me 10k. I'm not worried about the money. It's not a huge investment. Like, it's not a massive change. But it's also not terrible. We are still too poor. Not enough funds or influence. The rest could go into funding then. When you spend 10k on government, the rest into funding. I'm going to do that. So let's just check. We're currently at 89,200. We are now at 99,200. That gave us 10 points. And the rest, I'm going to invest into funding. I forgot it was influence for funding, not money. You got to spend money to make more money. Okay, that's all we can afford to invest this round. We are still too poor. New Outpost Core at Spawn Beacon. Okay. We need to upgrade spawn beacon. Because I accidentally built this as a size 1. So we need to upgrade this. And then in 40 days we'll be able to upgrade the rest of the base. Don't forget to set the alarm for next year. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that right now. Let's wait for all of this spam. For all the layer defense arrays I built earlier in the stream. Okay. Let's set, so 2038, December 27th. Invest. Set alarm and close. Done. Okay, continue.
Target secured.
Completely wiped out. Excellent work. Robusto. Investigate activity. Good. Invest. 3 alarms to remind me to invest this year. So, oh my god. Servant fleet launches from Mind Your Manners, Mars. Okay. So this is all corvettes with 10-inch cannon 40mm and 10-inch cannon 40mm. 10-inch cannon 40mm. Lion ion battery. Light rail cannon Mark II. Oh my god. How many ships have they? 26 ships. To Mind Your Manners. Which is our shipyard. This is our shipyard with 3 LDAs. It has 3 layer defense arrays, and it has a defense fleet, I believe. Yeah, it has Pluto or Bust defending it. Except Pluto or Bust is currently... I messed up. Because the fleet that lives here is currently... I can get some of these ships back. So if we go to Mars, I can cancel this one. Yeah, I could... I don't think I can... Can I abort these ones as well? This way we don't refit everything all at once. Yes, okay. I'm sufficiently told off. Let's merge with Pluto or Bust. So I have 4 ships here now. I guess I just cancel the rest of them and we just rebuild the fleet. How long did it say they were going to take to get here? 4 hours. Yeah, we need the fleet back online right now. Watch it to be they attack because you chose a refit and we're not going to attack either way. Yeah, they'll get here and they'll be like, oh no, sorry, we don't want to attack. We're so sorry. Okay, so Mars, and then we'll cancel these. Join Pluto or Bust. Close. Okay, so the fleet is back in action. Yeah, fleet is rebuilt. And this fleet is coming for us. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Hang on, I want to go to Mars. There we go. I can't see their fleet, but we'll just... So they've taken 4 hours to get here. But we'll see if they still engage us when they arrive. Here they come. This is their transfer. God, what a mess. They also have... Oh, they've got different... They've also got some escorts in here we didn't notice. With Artemis torpedoes. And light ion batteries. This is going to be really messy. We do have 3 layer defense arrays. There's just going to be so much PD because every single one of these ships is a 40mm, and I don't have any lasers. Well, we have lasers on the. It's going to be down to the lasers on the base, and it's going to be the armor on the point defense boys that do most of the work here, I think. And I think we're going to have to salvo fire. Okay, I've got a plan forming in the back of my head. Oh, I clicked engage, not accept. I didn't know that was the difference. They won't leave. They've committed to the fight now. All right. So what I'm thinking is we go for a wedge formation. We go for a wedge like this. We make sure our paper shredders are at the front. We don't need to survive this. I think servants have lost space privileges. Yeah, the problem is messing with the servants builds up alien hate. So where's our other paper shredder? It's here. What I'm thinking is I instantly accelerate all of my ships. No, I think I start at 0 MPS. We wait for them to fire their torpedoes. Because the rest of their guns are already really short range. We wait for them to fire their torpedoes. We intercept the torpedoes with the paper shredders, which will accelerate slightly, and the base. Then I slam full speed on the missile ships, get them to accelerate to max speed, and then I salvo fire every single ship in their fleet when they're at max speed, and hope that we have enough missiles to overwhelm their PD going for different targets and take out a lot of them that way. We'll probably end up losing our ships in the process, but there's a lot of alien ships to fight. That's kind of the strategy I'm thinking. I don't really see another way to do it, if I'm being honest. So that's what we're going to go with. So we've got 2 paper shredders in the front. Let's confirm. Oh, so the reason I don't want to play this game as a servant. There's such a... Yeah. Bird for 3 forward, shooting salvos at the end. So you say, like, come in for like this, so we're just moving forward very slightly. I just want to make sure we have the Delta V. The creeping forward is a good idea. I will come forward a little bit slightly. Okay. Oh my god. That is an intimidating collection of ships. So let's make sure you guys are set to salvo fire. Why are you overheating? She was maneuvering to board position. Okay. They are probably one of the most... Yeah. Okay, then I want my paper shredders to accelerate just a little bit. Actually, no, I think I'll leave them at 3 until the engagement begins. Okay. Hello, first one I missed. Well, this is happening right now. 1 million servant ships coming at us. What radiators are they using? It won't tell us, will it? Titanium array radiators. And their armor is 611. 611. What's the armor on their escorts? 511. See, our escorts are armored at 45. So we have so much more armor than they do. And we have 3-layer defense arrays on this space station. So they're going to get hammered. We're just gonna let them come. I refitted my ships, and they decided to take advantage and kill us, and that was a really bad idea. Alright, we're going to speed up time until they're in engagement range. Which will take a little bit of a while. It actually should be very killed by lasers, yeah. Correct, what Marksman is saying. You can't afford to attack the servants until you're ready to go to total war with the aliens. And this is the campaign I've done best at avoiding going to total war for. It's funny how the ships are not being illuminated by Mars. So this side of the ship is illuminated, but not the other side of the ship. Yes, they are. They are totally fine to layer their defenses. If we just quickly check for a second, they are within my defensive bubbles for both my weapons. Actually, these are the old school. These are the Mark IIs. They've got double 40mm. No, we're not in total war. They've just decided to attack us. I'm actually going to accelerate the these guys just a little bit because they're a little bit too far out. I should have done them all together in one group. Xerxes, Xerxes, Xerxes. This is the other. Where's my other paper shredder? Ah, it was off screen. We have twice the 40mm. This works in our favor. This is the other paper. Where's the other paper shredder? I've lost it. There it is. Okay, I just want them coming forward a little bit more. Because they are just a little bit out of the fight. There you go. They've just detonated a nuclear missile behind them. Think of someone who is late. Oh, okay. The LDA is engaged. Where's it firing from? Why are the shots coming out of the center of the station? That's weird. Is it because they're in an array right here? That's the 40mm trying to intercept these, which I don't think it's doing a very good job of. We're hitting the Hellhound. Look at the 40mm. Oh my god. What even is that formation? We're not hitting it anymore. There's enough 40mm to overwhelm the railguns. They're firing their torpedoes now.
Rakevera just subscribed and says %message %.
Thank you, Rick Vera. Great timing. Okay, lasers fire. Okay, we can't. Okay, 40 millimeters intercepting. The lasers, I don't see the lasers firing, which they should be. That's all of their torpedoes fired. So they're out of torpedoes now. Do we engage with missiles? Or do we wait a little bit longer? I think the missiles we fire missiles and attempt to overwhelm the PD, because there's just got so much stuff going on. Lasers are invisible. Not in this game. Lasers are visible in this game. Add a new agent in. Thanks, David. That could have been a salvo. We can have a look. So, I need to go. I think it's the guys near the bottom that had the missiles. So this is light laser. This is ion. Artemis torpedo, no ammo. Artemis torpedo, no ammo. Yeah, they've launched all of their torpedoes. We need to laser invisible right now because there's just so much stuff on screen. We need to remember that our ships have to accelerate before we can fire the torpedoes. So if I'm planning to fire torpedoes, I need to plan it ahead so that I've got time to accelerate. Which is why I'm thinking that now might be the time to accelerate.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
That's a very good point, Ray Kimmer. It's something I struggle with all the time. I think I'm going to accelerate. So we're going to go... I want to order full speed ahead, but I don't actually want them to go full speed ahead. Probably... If I do like this, because I'm worried about hitting the station. No, that's silly. We'll just do a full burn forward. So that'll take us to 0.8 kps. Right? Is that straight? That's not straight. Oh god, I've really messed up. Hang on. It's this I need to be fixing. So that's straight. Okay? So they're going straight at them. I also think we're under 1 km. This is the optimal time to attack. Yeah. So basically... Once they hit the yellow, I'll be able to launch. We should wait for them to actually do their acceleration burn first. They are burning now. Okay, they are now at speed. Now's when I want to launch. Do the torpedoes? Yes, the torpedoes inherit the speed of the launching ship. That's exactly why we're doing this. I don't care about this. The ships will not hit the station. They're going to make some maneuvers to avoid it. But now is when I want to start launching salvos. So we're just going to go down the list launching salvos. So I want... So how many salvos do I have? A salvo is 25%. So each ship has 4 shots with a salvo. So I'll go 1, 2. Can I not do that? So I have to do them always one at a time. So I'll do 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm not going to fire at the Hellhound. The Hellhound's already taking fire. 3, 4. So Pegasus was the last ship I fired at. So they've just fired. Now I go again. I go Vampire. Basilisk. Griffin. Cerberus. And then I wait for them to fire again. They fired again. And then I go... Actually, I don't think they finished firing yet. Waiting for the second salvo to go out. Don't know if that second salvo... Okay, the second salvo I think is firing now. Yeah, you can't queue them up, so I need to make sure they fire the second salvo, which I think they have done. It's very hard to tell. I'll give it another couple seconds. Okay. He's still firing. He still hasn't fired a second salvo yet, by the looks of it. If I understood. I'm going to switch to targets anyway, because I want to make sure this is happening. So we're going to go... I can check down here. Ah! Okay, his gun's gone to off. That's what the problem is. So salvo fire. We'll do... Well, actually, I just need to order all of them to turn their weapons back on. And have them on salvo. Because this isn't... This is salvo. This is salvo. You can tell they fire by looking at the bottom left. That's exactly what I just realized. And I noticed their weapons were off. I can order the firewall, but I want them to fire at different targets. Okay, they fired another salvo. So let's change our targets again. So we'll go Werewolf. We'll go Yangshi. We'll go Chimera. And we'll go Wyvern. And then we need to make sure the guns all come back on, which is good. Okay. Okay, they've all fired again. The Proclamation of Freedom is about to be absolutely just deleted from existence. So now we need to do the Harpy. You're dead. the Leviathan, and the Teresk. And that's going to be all of my missiles, I believe. Okay, stuff just happened. You've got no missiles left. You've got no missiles left. Okay, they've launched all their missiles. All their missiles are launched. So now it's just down to our... Where are you going? Okay, this paper shredder has gone off course. So I need to pull it back over here to defend the station. Okay. And then I'll try and disengage these ships now that they've blown past, if they can make it. If nothing else, they are eating a lot of fire. I don't know how successful the missile strike was. Okay, is Drowned Sunrays okay? Yeah, Drowned Sunrays is currently... Just hang on. Drowned Sunrays is acting like a drunk farmer. Can you try and control yourself? I know you've got a lot of Delta V to burn off. You Z to change which way the ship is facing. I forgot about that. Yes, that is a great point. He's actually burning down a little bit. What was the command for going up and down? It wasn't W. Z is that. It's X. Yeah, I want you to go up a little bit, please. That's just facing. I actually want you to move up. There was a command for it. That just tilts you. That gets you to go up. There we go. Come up. And then face this way. Okay. And I want my camera to come up. This is a very confusing battle to follow. Okay, we are killing their ships. The paper shredders are just 40mm. Down Sunrays are going down. Down Sunrays just died. There goes another one of my ships. I think they've just got too much PD for me to get through it. It's all about the lasers. But we can't see my lasers right now. Yeah, look at the lasers hitting down Sunrays. We need to make sure that my guys are like facing their people shooting at them. But he's being shot from so many different directions, he can't get his facing on. I'm going to tell him to target this guy here who's shooting at him. And then I'm going to tell him to lock facing to that target. Okay, you're now taking evasive actions as well. Because you're going to hit the station. Is that correct? Ah. It's unfortunate that they all have PT. They all have the best gun in the game. They all have 40mm. Okay. We need to fix this maneuver that's happening here. But the camera is being really annoying. So what are you doing? You're trying to make an evasive maneuver to protect the station. But you shouldn't really fly past the station. Because they're all going to come back around. Can I just order a full stop on you? Why don't we just do that and get you to sit here and do the same with the other paper shredder? Well, the other paper shredder's fine. Okay, he's just gone down. So it turned out the captain's lied about just one shot of vodka, yeah. Look, when you saw this many enemy ships coming... Okay, he's not full stopping. He's full stopping after he passes the station. The layer defenses arrays haven't taken any damage yet. But we are just getting cut apart by all their laser weapons. I was going to speed time up. There's not really any commanding I can do here. The fleet is just going to get cut to pieces. The problem is we're not doing any damage to them, and they're not doing any damage to our base. Now they might... I don't know if we're firing our lasers, though. That is the problem. It doesn't look like we have laser fire coming out of our station. Does that make sense? Now they're all shooting at the station. Okay, we're actually getting... Okay, we're getting lots of hits in now with the railguns. What a laser show. They're actually leaving our ranges. They still haven't actually damaged the defense arrays. Quite a lot of them have damaged engines, so they're not able to turn back around. Who are they shooting at here? We're shooting at the Cyclops. Yeah, these ships are all effectively combat dead. I'm gonna... I can't tell the Paper Shredder to... The Paper Shredder's like massively on fire. The Paper Shredder just blew up. They still have enough PD to stop us here. Yeah, okay, we are still shooting down the PD. We're just not seeing our lasers, which is weird. This is a dancing club. It's a discotheque. No, instead we're having a rave party. The problem is they're still defeating our guns. Oh. Offer to end battle. Tell this offer to end the battle, and you can still get a command. Buzzes enable substance, space combat will end. That's exactly it, Swan. I did toggle this. Okay, I thought I toggled this on. I'm not sure if I did. We can't end the battle. So this battle's been going on for an hour real time. The station is undamaged at this point. Where's the dog? The LDAs have a 120cm green arc laser battery, a railgun Mark II, and a point defense arc laser turret. They're coming back around for another pass by the looks of it. Dog is in the orange chair asleep. No, she's not. She's barking. But how long is this fight gonna last for? Oh, your other dog, yes. Your dog, sorry, not your other dog. Your dog is last to a show, which is lovely. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this running while I go and let the dog out. I'll be right back. I'll just zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole fight. Give me a second. Listen out for her barking again. What we're seeing here is just how powerful 40mm autocannons are, because they're completely defeating us. How long do they run to this? I can actually see how much ammo they've got. They're out of. Actually, some of them are out of autocannon. Some of them are out of 40mm ammo. Some, yeah. They're actually running out of ammo, which is exactly what you said was going to happen. They are running out of ammo. Yeah, we definitely need advanced cold guns. And that's one of the next texts we're going to pick up is working towards that. So a lot of these ships are out of ammo. A lot of their PD ships have been destroyed as well. There goes another one. It defends itself against non-aliens. This is a very low-tech fleet, though. Yeah, I guess it's just a quirk of the game. There goes another ship. I'm working on better lasers as well, but yes, you're right, Solid Snake. We need better than the green arc. This guy here is going to go down. We're hitting the Argus. There goes the Argus. Now we're going to hit Shenlong. He has a little point defense laser. Is it enough? It's in laser range as well. Nope. If you get close, they get cut apart by the lasers. Now we're engaging... What ship is this? Oh, no, we're engaging this ship here. The Panlong. Panlong's gone. Another ship. It looks like we're also killing ships with our lasers at the same time. We're just not seeing the lasers just are not visible for some reason. I think that's everything that was in range. So the remaining ships are just floating away. I just don't have access to it yet. I'd love to research the E69. Okay, can this battle now end? Okay, I'm just going to auto-resolve the end of it. Okay. We destroyed almost all of their ships. We lost all our ships as well. Okay, one servant ship is now attacking us. I'm going to auto-resolve that. It got destroyed. Victory for the Academy. Okay. The Space Force of the Academy defeated the servants in the battle at Mind Your Manners in Lomar's orbit. The servants lost 20 ships. The Academy lost 7. The battle, and they attacked us again. Okay. That was a pretty good trade, honestly. And those were all out-of-date ships. They were Mark 1 paper shredders. They didn't even have the... So those ones had half the armor of the ones in Earth and Mercury orbit because they didn't have the... We have ultraviolet global tech available? Cool. That's the like, Farah. He's like, no, my whole fleet died. Alright, that seems like a pretty good point to end on for tonight. Guess we did generate alien hit. I noticed that alien hit has gone up, which is a bit concerning. Kite's well spotted that the alien hate has gone up. I'm gonna have to end the stream here, unfortunately, because it is after midnight with me, and I only have 2 hours tonight to play. But I think that's a pretty good one to stop at. So I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to try and get you another video tomorrow. And obviously some more during the week. I've got a special stream for Rogue Trader this week. For some reason, it's a special stream. That's all I can say. It's going to be a little bit longer than normal. The Hayward Private Battle, interesting. What if they sent everything I did? So tune in for that if you're interested in Rogue Trader. And I've got some other stuff in the works. Hopefully that'll be exciting on the channel coming up. Thank you all so much for your support. We're well on our way to 20,000 subscribers, which is insane. But if we get there, I'm going to try and do something exciting for the community, if I can make that happen. But for now, we're just going to have to end the stream here, so I can go to bed and go to work tomorrow. So thank you all, actually work today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. I will catch you in the next stream, or the next video. Ciao for now. Bye. Thanks, Hildebrand. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I'll see you later, everybody.